Hi, thank you for watching my channel today. My name is Sarah and my channel is called Your True Shelf. Today I decided to do a video about all the nature books on my TBR. Nature writing is one of my favourite genres and something I think I've got into as I've got older. It wouldn't have been something I'd have read probably in my 20s. But I just really fallen in love with nature and talking about it. And I think partly because when I had Faye, so coming up for 7 years ago, we did loads of walking. That was one of the things that I found helped when I was having a struggle, was to just put her in the pushchair or the pram and just walk. And we did a lot of walking through the country lanes and stuff. And I think that's probably when I really got into nature more and nature writing, I think. It's hard to know for sure, but so I just sort of put all the books off my shelf which are nature books that I haven't read yet, and then I can kind of go through and try and make some sort of effort to prioritise these above. There's just so many books to choose from that it's always really hard to choose, but yes, this is what I'm going to do today. So I've just got the first stack. So the first book that I've got is a classic. It is Walden by Henry David Thoreau. I haven't read this yet, obviously, because that's what I'm talking about today. This is one that I really want to get to. So this is a lot. It's really old. I don't know, when was this? This was 1854, and he decided to go and live completely off grid in this place that he built that he called Walden in the States. And it's about like his sort of memoir or journals of what it was like, to be honest, and so I'm really interested in that one. Then I have one which I think I got this because I saw Lauren from Lauren and the Books talk about this many a time, and I think she rereads it every year as well, and it's Names for the Sea by Sarah Moss. So this is about when Sarah and her family, I think she's got 2 boys and a husband, and they moved to Iceland for a year, I think, as part of someone's job. And it's just about like the culture and the landscape of living in Iceland. It's in 2009, and remote farms, fishing villages, boiling mud, volcanic craters, and a new way to live. So that sounds super interesting as well. I always thought these were like petals on the cover, but they're actually like people swimming. So I only just realised that. The next one I have is one that I bought at a after I'd seen a talk, and it's one which I got signed, and this is Mountains of the Mind by Robert Macfarlane. So he's quite a well-known nature writer and author. And this is about 300 years of science, literature, philosophy and sheer eccentricity, which is a joy to read. So it's exploration writing about like the sort of history of mountaineering, which I think he talked about it really well, and it sounded so interesting. And I'm really interested in kind of explorers and that sort of thing. So that's that one. This is one. The next one's one I bought in a charity shop and completely forgot that I'd bought. So this is a memoir, like a walking memoir. It's about a lady who walks the southwest coast path in this country, which is 630 miles. And it is The Electricity of Every Living Thing: A Woman's Walk in the World to Find Her Way Home by Katherine. So it's about her sort of always feeling that she never, try not to stop everything falling off. She never really fitted in, and she found it difficult to be a mum. She just didn't sort of feel like she fitted into anything particular in the world. And she gets diagnosed with Asperger's, and this is about how she kind of finds out about that through her walking journey. Then another one that I found in a secondhand bookshop, which is from the 80s, I think. 1984. And this is A Last Wild Place by Tomkies. This is set in Scotland, the northwest of Scotland, talking about how the landscape has changed over time. So about how the environment is a very harsh environment, but it used to be sort of very diverse, and it's being sort of spoiled by us basically, and it's just about what it's like in that place, and it's got lots of photos in as well of different birds and animals and things, so that sounds right up my street as well. And then I have this one. So this is an naked hardback with a foreword by David Attenborough. This is Journeys in the Wild, the life of a secret life of a cameraman by Gavin Thurston. So he was cameraman for Planet Earth documentaries and Blue Planet as well, and it's his memoirs of what it was like being a cameraman for both of those series, sort of the practicalities, the waiting around, how they got different shots, like what it was like navigating different situations in the countries where they were visiting. So I'm sure that's going to be a really fascinating one as well. So the next one I have, this is one I've had for ages. Don't know why, but I've had it for ages. It's been really popular on BookTube. It's H is for Hawk by Helen Macdonald. So for anyone who doesn't know, this is her got a memoir about goshawk training, which she started doing after the loss of her dad to try and cope with her grief. It won Costa Book of the Year. It's supposed to be amazing. I saw her talking at a literary festival as well, and I bought this. My friend bought this and then lent it to me, and then I bought my own copy after that. The next one is this could be classed as a memoir rather than a nature writing, but it's about nature, and I got this in the first lockdown because I thought it would be a really comforting thing to read, and I'm really annoyed that I missed most of the TV series of it. But anyway, so this is All Creatures Great and Small by James Herriot. So this is his memoirs of qualifying as a vet in, I think it was the 1940s, and yeah, his time sort of coming out of vet school, getting his first job, and what it was like. And this is the first of 5 volumes. So if I go on with this one, there's plenty to read. It's set in Yorkshire. The BBC, no, not BBC, somebody, Channel 4 maybe, did an adaptation really recently, and I watched the first couple of episodes and then missed the rest. So it's really annoying. But anyway, then I have another one that I bought in the first wave of lockdown is The Way Home, Tales from a Life Without Technology by Mark Boyle. So this is about a man who, I think it's in the UK, he decides that he's turning off his phone, he's not using a laptop, he's just going to go and live off-grid, he's going to catch his own food, make his own shelter, do everything like completely in the wild on his own. And this sounds like totally amazing. I have like this kind of fantasy of doing this at some point. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading that one. Next I have another memoir but also nature, which is Appetite for Wonder by Richard Dawkins, The Making of a Scientist. So I saw him at Literature Festival as well, got this signed. I find him difficult person. Like, I really enjoy some of his opinions but not others of his opinions, and I find him he's very sure of himself. Like, he's very like, this is it, no questions, that's it. And I find that quite difficult sometimes because I don't think we can be so close-minded as that. And however, I find him very engaging. I find him quite scary. I am sure I'll find this fascinating, and it'd be nice to hear about his life and how he grew up to do what he does. And I think maybe, you know, I remember watching some of his TV programmes and finding them very interesting, but also finding him very like domineering in the programme. And so I'm interested to hear more about him and his life and how he became a naturalist, because it may show like a different side. And there's quite a lot of photos in here, which is really nice. I love seeing like photos of people's families and old photos and stuff like that. And then we're nearly there, I have one which I've spoken about recently because I got it for my birthday. which is Monty Don My Garden World. This is a month by month book, which I'm going to be starting in January because that's when the book starts, and it's all about like the nature and the changes in the garden month by month. So I'm hoping that I will learn stuff in here as well. And I love Monty Don. I found like a lot of comfort in Gardener's World this year, and it's also sort of pushed me to do some stuff with our garden as well, which is nice. And then the last two are library books, which I've had so long. It's because there's no pressure to read them at the moment because of lockdown, and they're automatically renewing them for you and stuff. So yeah, I really need to like press on and prioritise these ones. So the first one is The Shepherd's Life by James Rebanks, A Tale of the Lake District. So he's grown up for generations farming in the Lake District, and obviously because it's a tourist destination, people don't really understand what goes into living and working there, and this is sort of him talking about what it's like as a shepherd in the Lake District, which I can't wait. I'm really excited to read this. Like, I don't know, I just have so many good choices every month. That's the hard thing. And then the last one is this one, which is Linescapes by Hugh Warwick. This is about how the British countryside has had lines drawn all over it by ditches, by fences, by fields, you know, like planting in fields, by gates and train tracks and all stuff like that, and how it's gone from being like one continuous landscape to like sections that have been divided up, and how that's affected the things that live there and the diversity and the ecosystems and all that kind of thing. So also sounds fascinating. So I'm so looking forward to reading all of these nature books. I really am excited to read them, and I really need to hurry up and do so. So if you've read any of those, then let me know which ones, and if you want to read any of them, let me know. If you just have any comments you'd like to say, just come and say hi, that would be lovely. It's snowing here at the moment. I've just been out for a walk with my friend and her two dogs in the snow. We're very cold, and I got hat hair, so I've had to kind of hide it up here because it's gone all funny. Anyway, have a lovely week, and I hope everyone's feeling nice and Christmassy now, and that everyone's feeling a little bit cheerful. And I will speak to you all soon. Bye!